Today we are meeting Max from 3 Code Electrical. He's going to take a good look into the current state of the electrical work that was done by the other contractor. Max and I have been friends for many years, and I have no doubt that he can make everything safe and sound quite quickly. There's a couple new things that I haven't told you about.
Right.
But where it failed inspection is this, because this was buried, this box right here.
Yeah.
It looks like to me like there's too many wires in there.
Definitely.
Can we leave the pot lights for now?
Yeah.
Yeah. They look good.
No, like see how the wire is not completely in the connector?
But the thing is, Max, what I haven't told you is,
And what?
I'm thinking about moving that wall back a few inches.
Okay.
So I need you to leave me a little loop of wire. But so the washing machine's gonna go here. It's gonna be a stackable unit.
Mm-hmm. So that needs to be relocated there. If the wire's not long enough, we can make a junction point on the other
I
side.
think that goes up here and it junctions into there.
Oh, well, then if that's the case, then we need to run a new line to the
Yeah.
to the panel.
Yeah.
Holy sh**.
It's a family show, mate. The rest of the video we're gonna do in the dark.
In the dark?
We have no other choice.
Here we
There we
go.
go. All right, electrician's here.
Okay, I'll get my stuff.
Okay.
What's gonna be here though? Is there gonna be like a table or, you know, a little change table?
Yeah, something like that, and shelving and stuff like that.
Because you could technically leave it here, or we can open up and I can see if the wire's long enough to pull it here.
I don't want to open up if I don't have to. Let's run a new wire to it. I'll put some sort of shelf or something where they can charge their phones or something right there. Because where you're standing, I am putting like I'm gonna build some sort of custom cabinetry.
Okay, so, okay, but what I'm saying is if you leave that there, then I can go off of here to feed the washer.
Yeah, do that.
The breaker's off, you said?
You're asking me now?
Yeah. Oh, it's off. Who did this?
I did it because it was temporary. So I didn't know what you wanted to do, so I didn't want to drill it all in.
You're missing a screw here, Ryan.
Look down by your feet. The screws are down by your feet.
This box needs double backing, so it needs to be secured from 2 sides.
Right there. That's where I thought you'd put it. Is Mike coming to look at this, or?
He told me to take pictures, but now that we're shifting stuff around,
Yeah, probably coming.
well,
Yeah. To be honest, I just found out we're shifting stuff around. So who is Mike? Well, Mike is one of the inspectors from the Electrical Safety Authority, the ESA, who comes out to all of our job sites just to make sure that everything is installed correctly and meets minimum code. So when it comes to electrical, there are a lot of rules, and quite frankly, they're always changing. Now in Liz's case, where she failed her inspection is the junction box, where the other contractor had cut some wires and moretted them together in a junction box like this. This is an example of something that could be used for a junction box. The problem in Liz's case is he put too many wires in this box, and Max had to just sub out a bigger junction box. It's relatively simple, but the amount of wires that we can put in these boxes are all kind of dependent on how big they are. Now, why is that? Well, one of the reasons is these boxes where the junction is and where you have the moret and you put it together, you're probably going to get a fault there. Like if you're going to get a fault, that's probably a location where the wires kind of heat up and contract and they can come loose over time, and now something's not quite working. So, which is why it's important not to like jam as many wires in here as possible. But you really don't know what box you're going to need. It all depends on the gauge of the wire. It depends on many factors, which is why you give Max a call, someone that has this experience, someone who is licensed to do this work, and Max will be able to figure out. He knew right away it was wrong. He looked up, he knew it was wrong. Now the other thing that Mike will be looking at, because we're doing a bathroom, is the use of GFI receptacles near the vanity or anywhere near where water could be. Now, I think a lot of people know what these are. There's little buttons on them. They've probably tripped before, and you come in, you hit the reset button. And basically what these does is, this is a ground fault interrupter, which is basically just stands for if it detects ground, it's going to interrupt the electrical current. Now, a lot of times that ground could be coming through you, so this could, save your life. So Max will be installing one of these near the vanity, and Mike will come and make sure that it's installed correctly. Another thing that we need to consider in Ontario now is the use of arc fault protectors for outlets. Now, and this is a great example of how quickly the electrical codes changed. Up until recently, they just wanted arc fault protectors in bedrooms, but recently they've changed it to a whole whack more locations. And quite frankly, the rules are always changing, like I said. So someone like Max will know whether or not your outlet's going to need arc fault or not need arc fault. But arc fault is a little different than GFI. GFI is going to detect a ground. So, something has happened and the electrical current has found ground, and it's going to turn off. An arc fault is going to detect an arc. Maybe in this junction box that you have, the wires have heated up and it's, arced a little because the moret became loose, right? So it kind of arced a little. So the use of arc fault sometimes causes problems because the buttons, like the GFI, are not in most cases on the outlet. They're actually downstairs at the panel. There's a little button there, and you have to move it if it detects it, which a lot of people don't know. So the thing about electrical is there are a lot of rules. And like I say twice now, they're constantly changing, which is why we need to hire someone like Max, a licensed electrician who knows the codes, who gets the updates from the Electrical Safety Authority, and who can implement them in a safe and effective way. The last thing you want is your electrical not to work, especially when there's a lot of junction boxes, there's a lot of outlets, there's a lot of switches, there's a lot of lights in a house. And if you do something wrong, it can affect a lot of things.
Drill. Big drill.
Big drill?
Yeah.
Oh, all of a sudden, all I'm doing is handing you stuff. Here's the big drill. This bit, by the way, is super clean too. Did you buy all new tools for this?
It's new. Oh, my hand's stuck, Ryan. Just kidding.
I think the thing that bothers me the most about Liz's renovation is the state of the electrical. I don't understand why someone who didn't know what they were doing electrical-wise would even risk it. I mean, if you mess up plumbing, it's not gonna work, it's gonna leak, it's gonna flood, I get it. But if you mess up electricity, it could cause a fire. Someone could die. This makes no sense to me. Hire an electrician with your renovations, get them inspected, and move on. It's not that difficult, and it's really not that more expensive.
Where are you gonna vent this out? Was this venting out?
No, it wasn't connected, and there's a vent right here. There's one right there.
There was no vent.
Well, there's one right here outside. I see daylight. They just didn't actually hook it up. Yeah. Strange. I feel like we can gain 6 inches and we need it because it's a really tight spot. So Max, when we did this, we didn't have the specs of the washing machine that she was going to buy.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Then she bought one, not a small one. So honest to God, I feel like this wall that I built here with the washer and dryer facing this way should be inset there.
The outlets can stay there if it's a stackable. It's just they're gonna be like you can put it like this.
Right.
Your water lines are there, and then you just plug your stuff on the side.
Can you do that?
Why not? Like no one's on this side.
No.
You're gonna be 3 inches off the wall here. The other thing is when you open up your doors, you're gonna have some room.
If I've got to move the toilet though, so the reason why I did it this way is so if I move the toilet over here where your foot is, right? Then it's facing this way. Then if I set that back, then there's more room here. It's a better use of space.
But then what about your
yeah, I can still build my thing and stuff like that. It's just the plumber's got to come back. But then the only wire that's not long enough that I can't remove, right, is that wire that you ran through the drywall.
Yeah, but leave it there.
But then I'm encroaching this way a little bit, right?
Because you're gonna remove all this?
Mm-hmm. I take that whole wall and push it back against the furnace. And then just rerun that one wire. And then the washer and dryer inset that distance. Because there's like a foot there. I just need you to come back.
Well, that means you need to redo all the plumbing.
No, the plumbing can all stay. The only thing that needs to move is that one thing. Boom, over there. The toilet over there. Boom, way better.
And we're having a discussion now?
Yeah, I know. Well, I found out I got the washing machine specs yesterday.
Yeah, we did it this morning. We did, we're in it now.
I know. I made a mistake.
It's a shitty situation.
I made a mistake.